I don't want to say I didn't want to get on, because that's a asshole way of getting on the podcast. But welcome to the Note Sub Podcast, episode 83. This is your host Zayna Bunny, your favorite rabbit, this side of the Mississippi, I guess. I don't know why I said that. I just like to say that. So I don't know if I should make it all the way dark in here or what. I got the TV on because I'm watching like this commentary channel talk about the centrist bros and whatnot. If you know what it is, then you know what it is. But let me check the audio and then we can continue. And whatnot. If you okay. I'm gonna thumbs myself the hell up. And then I'm gonna send that to the Tumblr. Pow. Alright, if you're hearing this, please give me a thumbs up on my video. I would really appreciate that. And here I go. I don't even know what the hell to say. I'm just laying here. And let's start from the beginning. I took Bean to work. I think I overslept. Can you hear a cat scratching in my ear? This cat licked my head yesterday so I could get out the way where he usually lays. So I was like, alright, I ain't gonna hold you. So I moved out the way. But that's also a way I think of them asserting dominance for some reason. Because I feel like when one cat licks the other cat, they're just like, bruh, like, move. I don't know. But anyways, I took Bean to work. I think I stayed up all night. I was watching like them talk about like lol cows on YouTube and like basically people that people troll all the time. Like they're the saint of being trolled basically. So I know that's fucked up though. That's real fucked up. But if you think about it, that is bullying if you think about that. But just the internet, they get a lot of advertisements and shit. And some sponsorships, but I'm not talking about like the really bad little cows, even though I do go down those rabbit holes a lot. Like some people who just, I don't know, you know what a little cow is. Just Google a little cow, okay? LOL cow. Anyways, but I don't know, I do find sympathy for them and I do find them entertaining. For example, I guess you'd say my favorite little cow is King Cobra JFS, and I found out about him from Danny Brown, and he's pretty damn cool. Like, other than like him mixing all those drinks and being totally fucked up, I think it's chill. He's weird, but I like the weird kids, so I don't know. But there's some little cows out there that are like on some predator status, and I feel like they should get trolled. That's just how I feel about that shit. Drunk. Drunk says, I'm so wasted right now, but congrats on being 28. Damn, you got the dot in front of it like a gun. What's up, drunk? Where you been? I think when I got up, I just, I took Bean to work. I didn't even go to sleep last night. I was playing like tablet games and mobile games and shit like that. And you know, sometimes when you get sucked into those games, like you just can't put your phone down. The shit start getting hot. And then I thought about this report. The only reason why I put the phone down was because like I read this report. And it's just common sense, but the report said people are getting like cancer from like the radiation in their phone. And I was just like, well, fuck, you know, like my phone is always in my hand. I don't know if there's a such thing as hand cancer, but I do lay my phone on my stomach. I do lay my phone like near my head and shit. So what the fuck? I heard that Johnny Cochran, the guy who defended O.J. Simpson, that dude, he's the lawyer, basically the big lawyer. I'm not talking about the Kardashian guy. The black guy, Johnny Cochran. That name go hard as fuck. But like they said, like, you know when the cell phones first came out and they used to be those big ass chunky cell phones? He used to be on the prototype cell phone, nigga. That shit fried his brains up. I think he died from brain cancer. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, buddy. I'm typing with my eyes closed. I'm faded. I'm depressed too. Why you sad? I'm kind of sad too. That's why, like, when I got on here, I was just like, I don't know if I want to do this, but like, I have to make. I at this point, like, I'm getting old, so it's just like I'm not writing in my diary. So why not do a video diary? Like, I want to look back on this shit. I wear Bluetooth headphones so much I'm getting cancer at some point, I'm sure. Do you have to wear them for work? I would wear them Bluetooth headphones because I did buy some at the Dollar Tree. Now, your ass gonna get cancer from the damn Bluetooth headphones. Oh, I forgot to say what date it is. Today is June 3rd, 2023. This is the 83rd episode of the Note to Self podcast. And I noticed that people are doing a little hashtag Note to Self or give their names Note to Self. I should have copywrote that shit. Oh well. Let me not be a hater. But I am. I'm a hater. But I really want to use those Bluetooth headphones because it's just like I want to go outside and like jog and stuff like that. A very dangerous sport for a black individual. But I could at least have some music on before the bullet goes through my corroded arteries. I don't gotta wear them for work, but I be so much at work on YouTube, I kinda do. Dang. Do you be using the work internet? You just reminded me, like, in middle school, like, we used to have something called, like, Barracuda, and it used to block websites they didn't want us on, like, even if it had, like, suggestive keyword or something like that, it would just block that motherfucker. I was like, damn. I remember when Flash games were out and shit. There was one game called, like, the Torture game or some shit. Damn, there was a whole... I forgot what this website was. Was it Shockwave? Or Newgrounds? I think it was Newgrounds. And they had, like, a torture game. Like, that shit was kind of brutal. But I bet if I look at it now, I'm like, nah, ain't no way. These graphics are horrible. But sometimes those graphics back then, and it was, like, a gory game, them shit was scary. Like, the old Mortal Kombat, that shit used to give me nightmares. Bluetooth headphones changed my life at the gym. I didn't know you went to the gym. You know how many times I dropped my phone on treadmill because of the cord pull? Yeah. Damn. You right, because, like, the music, oh my god, yeah, the music makes exercising go quicker. Podcasts make exercise go quicker, but sometimes I just put the phone near something that's close, and then I just do what I gotta do on the little exercise bike. I did like 5 miles exercise bike. Yeah, that's what I did today. I went 5 miles on a little bike. I'm talking about the little stationary bike though, cause I need a real bike. And that scooter I bought, I feel like, I don't know, like it's hurting my feet. I don't know. I'm getting old. Kicking and pushing and shit. I don't know. But taking my supplements, drinking Gatorade. I don't know what else I can do. I think I could get some more heavy weights to lift. Cause right now I'm lifting like 10-pound dead. What do you call them? 10-pound weights. I think they're called something else. Dumbbells. That sounds kind of offensive though. I don't like say dumbbells. But I think I can go up to 15 or like at the most 20. But I'm working on it. So that's what I'm doing right now, trying to get my health back. It's so one thing I just can't do right now is get rid of the vape. I haven't drank since after the day of turning 28. Like I said, I was fucked up on my 28th birthday. But I didn't drink since then. And I'm not really interested because, like, I make sure to take my supplements so, like, I don't drink. Because one time I did take a vitamin and then I drank and then I threw the fuck up everywhere. And I don't want to feel that way ever again. Exchanged the Gatorade for water. Ugh. And then, well, I stepped up my water game. And I don't know if, like, I fell for the okie doke or whatever you want to call it. But I don't like store brand tasting water, so I like that Aquafina shit. And that shit's probably not too good because that shit says like sodium chloride on the side, and that's salt. Like, I look at the ingredients on the bottled water. Shit has salt and water. And then I heard that's to make you drink more. But that shit tastes good as a motherfucker. Shout out to Aquafina. Especially real cold Aquafina. But the best thing about it is like I could drink it hot or cold. Now that's how you know you got that good water. But and I stopped drinking like sweet tea. Like I used to drink like gallons of that shit. Like maybe half a gallon a day. And then the little Minute Maid lemonade shits in the pitcher. Oh, those are so good, but I stopped because like I think it's just too much sugar. Like I can't do it. So now I will have like half a cup of tea, and I haven't touched any lemonade yet. But I think I'll just have like half a cup of lemonade. And then today we made oh, and I got in the pool today. The little kiddie pool. Like I don't know why Bean was making fun of the pool. He was just like, that's a sitting pool. Cause it's just like when you sit in it, it's only 40 inches tall. I don't know how much the fuck that is in real life measurements. What, 3 feet? But shit, it was deep to me. Shit. That's like what? Just a 2 feet shorter than me? That's not bad. I was swimming in that motherfucker. And it was like what, 8 or 6 feet across? Yeah, I'm alright. Shit. So I was floating. But the only thing that really disturbed my groove when I was in the pool was hold on. Let me do a quick mic check. Know what it is? It's on the box. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. I said mic check, mic check. So what happened? So I was in the pool and I really enjoyed that. Like I thought I was gonna find my swimming suit, cause like I don't swim. Like I haven't been in a pool in a long time. Like I haven't been in the pool in a long time, you guys. So when I got in, I was like, oh god. But it was so fun. But I misplaced my bathing suit. I can't believe it. But I probably wouldn't be able to fit that bitch anyways. Last time I seen it, I was too small for it. And then when I found it again, I think I'm a little bit too big for it. But, you know, it's been like a year since I've seen that fucking swimsuit. So I found this old ass, like, frock. I'll call it a frock. It's just like a little maxi, not a maxi dress, maybe like a mini dress or something like that. But I did wash before I got in the pool because, like, I have to do pool maintenance. So I already dropped a little bit of pool chlorine maybe 2 days ago in there, and I had bought a pool cover. And the reason why I picked the pool that I did was like, I told you guys about the long pool. That shit was just like a lot of setup, a lot of gallons of water. I would have enjoyed that a lot more, but fuck that. So it's just like, what I'm gonna do with this big ass pool? I don't fucking know. But I wanted to find the pool that my grandparents used to have, and basically it was just like when you fill it up, like you would fill the rim with air, like that's the part where you hold on to, and then like you fill up the inside with water, and then it will just float up to the top, and then the rim being like made out of air, it will just keep going up, up, up. So I wanted to find one like that. I couldn't find it. The only thing I could find was like a little kid pool, basically. But I enjoyed it. I'm short. I enjoyed it. So I got in the pool. I had fun. The mosquitoes was sucking blood out my fucking skull. I dipped my head under the water to try to avoid them and stuff. But like, I think one at least bit the back of my head. But that's okay. I hope so. I hope I don't have like malaria or something like that. But I don't think I could get malaria. I think I have sickle cell trait. That's very interesting. Shout out to evolution. I think it's a sickle cell trait that makes you not have malaria, I believe. But anyways, while I was swimming, Bean was on the grill, and I think that grill is probably the best purchase uh ever. Probably. Like food wise. Like I don't really know how to operate that shit, but Bean was operating it, and we made my brother like these burgers today, and I think we had steak the other day. I didn't like the steak, so I didn't eat it. I just gave it to my brother, cause I said yesterday, Bean, like, he cooks the steaks until like there's blood coming out of there, and he's talking about, oh, that's cooked, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to go out like that, bruh. And so what happened? So I gave the steak to my brother. He liked it. They liked it. The guys like it, but I just couldn't do it. Like, I mean, it kind of gave me a hint of liver, but if I'm tasting liver off a steak, that means there's blood, and I can't do it. I do like liver, though. Liver's good. So, what else did I do? Oh, but the burgers, though, was the best burgers I ever had, probably. Like, more than, like, when you go out to eat, and, like, if somebody said, we got burgers at home, and then somebody showed me those burgers we had today, oh my god. And then it's just like onion always comes in the clutch. Like chopped onion, diced onion, put that shit in some meat. Yeah. This shit was delicious. But I didn't eat a lot. I gave my brother my burger. I had an extra burger, but I gave him that extra burger. I only ate the first burger, and I was mad at myself because I ate the bread. But it was good though. Like you have a bread, the bottom part of bread, the flat part. Oh, and then did I tell you guys, like, when I was in the store, I was just like, nah, I can't risk no damn poppy seed bagel, because apparently if you eat a poppy seed or something like that, you test positive for, like, opium or some shit, and I ain't got time for that. Like, if I'm not gonna get high, I'm damn sure not about to, fail a drug test for being high. Hell nah. So I was like, nah, let me not do that. And then Bean's like, you always get the golden bread. And I'm just like, what's wrong with the golden bread? He's just like, it's too hard. And I'm just like, okay. So he said, get the white bread. But then when I'm just like, of course you would want the white bread. You know? Not like in a race way, but like, when I think about white bread, like, I just think about sugar. And then I heard that wheat bread is a scam. I don't know, but I'm gonna start eating wheat bread. I don't give a fuck. I need to eat some fiber, okay? I need to poop. And I really wish I had some raisin bran. That's what I really want right now. That sounds delicious. So, yeah, the burger was amazing. I had like the bread, the bottom part, put the lettuce, put the cheese, put the bun, and then put the sauce, and then I put ketchup on top, and I should have put the ketchup where the cheese was or something like that, or maybe like where the lettuce was, but it's whatever. We didn't have a lot of the ketchup, so I only used like a dab of ketchup, because like I don't like to use things up when I know there's not a lot. Like, I have a little courtesy for the next person, so I'm just like, I don't need all that ketchup. But I love ketchup, though. I like spicy ketchup. And then one time I had this ketchup from the Dollar Tree, and it had like hints of cinnamon in it. And I think I told you guys about this, but it was so good. Like, I don't know, like, I know ketchup is sugar, and I don't know. Corn syrup? Who the fuck knows what ketchup is? Tomatoes? Corn syrup? Water? Who the fuck knows? But it was really good. Yeah, and it had a little bit of cinnamon. I tasted cinnamon in that bitch, and it was a little bit spicy too. So if there's any brand out there that has like a spicy cinnamon ketchup, ooh, I gotta look that shit up. I don't know if that's cause like I had the munchies at the time, and I was just like, damn, that shit tastes good. But like, that shit was good. I ain't gonna lie. But I had that on there, and then I had hot dog relish. I put that on my burger. That shit was good. Basically, it's just relish with the mustard mixed in, and then stirred up, and it comes in a jar or like a squeezable bottle. And you put that on your hot dog, but I wanted to put it on my hamburger because I kind of like pickles on my hamburger sometimes. Sometimes. But what I really originally wanted to do with that burger was like, I wanted to put like Caesar salad dressing on there, lots of lettuce. I don't know why. Like, you ever had like a buffalo burger or something like that? And like, they have like that sauce. Like, what is that? Blue cheese? That white sauce that's on the buffalo chicken, whatever the fuck, or a buffalo burger? I guess it gotta be blue cheese or something, but tasty, tasty. That's what I wanted. And shout out to Arby's. Yeah, shout out to Arby's. It's really a fast food deli, if you think about it. Talking about we have the meats. Okay. Um, so that's that on that. So I didn't really want anything like ketchupy or nothing like that on my burger, but not too what do you call it? Fermented. I didn't want all that on my burger, but it's been a while since I had one, so I was like, okay, whatever. I think I had burgers on my birthday though, or the day before. I think I had burgers on my birthday from McDonald's. Anyways, what else? Yeah, but that burger was good. I really just talked about a burger for this long. I can't believe it. But next thing we're probably gonna make is hot dogs. I bought some jalapeno cheddar hot dogs. Gonna throw them bitches on the grill. We'll see how that goes. And it just seems like every time we're done with the grill, like these cats come out of nowhere. Like, and I swear I saw a possum last night because not last night. I think it was 2 nights ago. Cause Bean cooked the steaks late as hell at night, and he made squash too. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of squash, but the squash is pretty damn good. But I don't know. I'm not the type to go seeking out some squash, but if it's there, okay. He wants to grow squash in the garden too. So that's one thing I wanted to work on. Get this garden started. Like, my yard is popping. Like fertility wise, the yard is popping. Like, there's some plants in, like, I don't even know what the fuck they are. Like, they're just growing tall, and like they're getting branches and shit. I'm just like, okay, as long as you're not bamboo, you can stay. But then every time I'm near a plant, I'm just like, you know how it goes, like, leaves of 3, let them be, because it's poison ivy and shit. So I'm always checking if a plant has 3 leaves. And I extend that warning to you if you have kids or you're outside and shit like that and you see a plant with 3 leaves, be careful. I don't know what it's like to be itching up from poison ivy, but I'm sure it's not cute. It's not cute at all. So my next thought was yeah, we're gonna start the garden. Maybe I could get that on film. I need to use my professional video camera, and I need to pull out the other camera I have to pull that one out, and I have to get serious about the studio. Like, I have to, and I'm not trying to bullshit anybody. Like, I'm trying to get serious because I feel like I keep bullshitting, and it's just like a lot of people out there, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I'm one of them, but I have the motivation. I just don't have the energy. But I will say that what do you call glutathione supplement? I feel like I am getting a little bit more energy from that. Um, it's called liposomal glutathione, and I take women's one a day. I don't know if I want to take the soft gels or not, but I take like the regular hard pill. It's like a big pill. They're both big pills. Um, People say take them on an empty stomach, but like every time I think about taking something hardcore on an empty stomach, no homos. Not no homo, but no mo. I'll just call it that. But I don't mean it in that kind of way. I'm just saying if it's sexual. I don't know if you were there in the early 2000s, you understand what I'm saying. Speaking about that, wow, I'm just talking. Speaking about that, I I know it's funny and it's probably not funny, but I'm so happy people are triggered about Pride Month. Like I haven't really been hearing a lot of people like it's just crazy. I'm such a fucking contrarian. Like it's ridiculous. Like I was on the right. Now I'm starting to get pushed a little bit to the left because I want to find the contradictions in the people who claim that they're in the left or in the center. So it's just like, I don't know if I'm masquerading or what, but it's just like both sides are equally fucking yoked. That's what I'm thinking. Almost. But, anyways, I need to get out of this deep dive I'm doing, but it's so much deeper. Like, it's deep. But, I don't know. I don't know. I can't stand when people who are not of an ethnic group say that you need to not be offended by a word that doesn't offend them. Like, hell the fuck, no, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, that's where my whole sense of humor comes from. Like the 2010s, late 2000, but pretty much the 2010s humor, like race humor, memes, Pepe the Pig, Kekistan, shit like that. Like typical white guy fucking video game humor. Like that's my humor. Like okay, Doja Cat, there you go. Something like that. But then when you look at Doja Cat, when I look at her in that Tiny Chat scandal, I was just like, "Oh my god, I hope I'm not like that." But I am. I am very much. No, it's not that funny. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. But if you get me, you get me. Like the e girl before the e girl. You know what I'm saying? But the e girl of color. Okay. You just have to be there to understand. But anyways, I just got a flashback of when I went to New York in 2021. No, I think it was 2021, 2020. I think it was 2021. And we were standing outside the hotel and there was a sign that said no smoking, but it's just like I'm not about to walk blocks away to smoke a fucking cigarette. So I smoked under the no smoking sign, and my bestie took a picture of me, and I was just like, even though that's a fucking crime, it could be a crime, I don't know. Y'all seem to get away with a lot of shit. And what's funny is like being from New York, born and raised there, and just coming back and forth from there to South Carolina for like our little vacation trailer and shit. I sound privileged right now. Blame my silent generation and boomer grandparents for raising me, and I kind of appreciate that. It gives me some kind of Gen X. Oh no, is it Gen X? Yeah, a Gen X quality to me, you know? Like, my grandparents are basically my parents in the most non-incestuous way, you know? So, I'm kind of old school. Like, I'm old school to the point, like, if I'm making something in the kitchen and then you're walking around the kitchen, that pisses me off. And nothing pisses me off more. I seen Bean do this once. Like, he will look in the pots while you're cooking. Like, I see him do that at his mom's house, and I was just like, what? My grandma would whoop my ass, because you're not supposed to be looking in Big Mama's pots, man. Anyways, speaking of that, And speaking also of that, um, I wanted to do like a little ASMR thing. So, I don't know how I would hold the camera. Like, I would read the little brochure from the supermarket or something like that. Or just reading the ingredients off, like, the back of, shit. Because I don't know why. I find entertainment from that. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm talking to myself. I guess that's what a podcast is. Again, this is Note Self Podcast episode 83. This is just where I talk about my life, and I'm also documenting my life from age 28 and up. So if you want to join the journey, please subscribe and hit the notification bell and leave a comment. I be saying I'm not triggered by some comments, but some comments do bother me. I notice. What the fuck was I talking about? So, like, when I was saying, like, when people are in the kitchen and like, you know, you're making the magic happen in the kitchen, not the bedroom, but the kitchen. It pisses you off a little bit, well, just a little bit, almost a lot. But anyways, it reminded me of like when we went to the supermarket. Now, like every place in the world has like rush hour, and basically rush hour is like when people are going to work, people are leaving work, basically. So that would be around the times from getting out of school and going to school. So this would be like maybe like 6 to maybe 9 a.m. And then in the afternoon, that's about 3 to about almost 2:30 to about like 6:30, maybe 7, but mostly 6 o'clock. So basically, you're 9 to 5 or 8 to 3 for the kids. But anyways, so we go to the supermarket, and then it's just like, what is the worst feeling in the world in the supermarket in America to me? This could be other places as well. It's like not only when you're being followed around the store, I'm used to that, but when people are on their back in the checkout section, and I'm talking about like self checkout. Like, I've made a rant about this before. I said, fuck you, self checkout. Like, I ranted about that before. But I'm talking about, not from the workers, but I'm talking about, let me add, there was a boy. I think I talked about this in the FU self checkout one. There was like this kid. And it's just like, he was policing like it was like, you know, the specific time in Germany. If you know what I mean. Like, shit, like you act like this is your shit, and there's nothing worse than employees like that. Because I remember one time, like at my old job, like they wanted me to chase after burglars and shit, like shoplifters, and it's just like I'm not doing that, you know. And then what I'm noticing, like, and listen, hear me out. If you're a corporation, I doubt you are. If you are a corporation, sponsor me. But my thing is, you have workers standing at the door. Like, the moment you walk in, there's somebody just chilling by the fucking entrance of the door. Not only do I find that unhygienic, because what I hate is, like, people breathing on me, which I need to go ahead and put my mask back on. It's just like, what is up with that? Like, do you really want to be fighting and checking bags and shit like that? Mind your business. But I know it's hard because I know that's what management wants you to do. But come on, it's not worth losing your life over shit that's not yours. I'm just saying. But let me go back to the self-checkout. Okay, it'll be a long-ass line. Like, sometimes it don't even be a long-ass line, but next thing you know, you turn around, and because it's rush hour, like, people are on your ass. And it's like, damn, bitch, like, you will literally have somebody breathing down your fucking back while you're scanning your shit, and it's just like, not only I don't want you reading my card number, not like you can remember it all. Who knows, though? You know what I'm saying? Someone might, but it's the, what do you call it? The principle of it all. Like, why are you on my back? Like, I don't know, it's just disrespectful. Like, I don't think you should be on people like that. I don't like that. and it really turns me off. So it's just like I start doing that thing where they call like a Jim Crow cough. It's basically like I heard it's like when white people used to cough to let other white people know there's a black person in the area. I don't know if that's true or not. Sounds accurate, because when the Rona was going on, y'all niggas was coughing real hard. Real hard. And that shit made me want to swing, bruh. Like, and it's just like people be coughing and spitting. And I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but like Bean was going in the gas station, and then he was leaving, and then like before he like got out of there, I saw some like two white people walk into the store, but they coughed into the fucking air, like hard. Like, you know when people have those wet coughs? I'm just like, bitch, you have like pneumonia. Like, you have borderline pneumonia. I told Bean, go around the car. Don't go the same path. Go around. Because if you catch something and I get something from you being next to me, I'm going to be pissed off. I don't want no wet damn cough. That's gross. But anyways, it's not just white people though. But no, it's not just white people. Some people just some nasty motherfuckers. Nasty motherfuckers. Nasty. Anyways, but if you know, you know. And if you know, you really know. Okay? Some of y'all niggas really do be coughing on people on purpose, or like coughing around people on purpose to get them out the way and shit like that. Like, that shit. I wanted to make t-shirts that say like 6 feet back or 6 feet deep. Like, get the fuck back. Like, that's how I felt. But I don't really wear my mask anymore. Cause it started. I talked about this with my friend. He moved away, but we kept in contact. He moved to the Midwest, and we were talking about, you know, the Rona, and he was just like, I got the shot because they was giving out free days of work. Like, shit, if you said you had the Rona, you could be out for 2 fucking weeks. And a lot of people was pulling that shit when that shit popped off. And it just sucked to me because, like, how we had to stay open as essential workers and shit. And you know what, now that I think about it, you remember that recall they had on, like, Pine Sol, or was it Fabuloso or some shit like that? They said it was, like, super bacteria in there, even though it's, like, an antibacterial product. So I never really looked at the serial code on my shit. And that's just like, I thought about doing that today. But it's just like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be the point? It's not like I can send that shit back at this point. But it's whatever. I don't even know where I got that shit from, to be honest. But it's nice to know that, you know, hand sanitizer is back. But then you just read those reports talking about, oh, if you use a specific hand sanitizer, like, that shit could kill you. Like, what? Like, and then, like, my friend showed me a video, like, people making masks in Mexico, and, they were stepping all over the mask. They was all crunched up in, like, this factory or some shit, and I'm sure it might be like that in China, too. I don't know. But that's just crazy. Like, all of it's just crazy. I don't know. Like, I don't even care anymore. This life is crazy. Like, I'm just enjoying the ride at this point. I'm not gonna say I don't give a fuck no more. I'm just enjoying the ride. Like, this is a roller coaster, you know? And anyways, like, what was I talking about? So, yeah, I felt like doing that cough when that lady was all up on my back at self-checkout. I was just like, I didn't cough, but I was just like, I'm about to cough. I don't feel good. It was being dramatic as fuck. But, I mean, that kept her back a little bit. But as soon as we grabbed her shit out the self-checkout, she was right there to scan her shit. Like, come on, back up, man. So, I don't know if I should, like, I don't know how I'm going to maneuver these things anymore. Like, should I just keep my cart blocking the people a little bit, or what? I don't know. And then, like, now I all of a sudden randomly thought about this YouTuber called Nuka Zeus, who was taking these injections to become black. He's like Italian or something like that. And I think he stopped taking the injections because they were messing up his liver. But I don't know why I thought about him just now. I think he's cool. I mean, I don't know. You just know cool people. You know, people that you can just feel safe smoking a blunt with. I don't do those things anymore though. Like I wish. Like I thought about moving to California, not just for the but never mind. Cuz they say like you can't even get housing insurance there anymore. So it's just like what's the incentive? You know what I'm saying? Like do you want certain people to leave California? Like what's going on? You know? Like the homeless problem is crazy everywhere, but it's really crazy there. And now you have like a bunch of wildfires and you can't even insure your house. But I could see it from like an insurance company standpoint. Like, why the hell would I keep insuring motherfuckers? And like, the shit's gonna burn down every fucking year, you know? So that's crazy. I don't know how people are gonna cope. It'll be interesting to see how it will go because this just came out. State Farm is not going to be giving people housing insurance. So let's see how that goes. Um, I wonder what's gonna happen to Florida. Like, are they gonna stop giving people hurricane insurance? Like, how is this gonna go? Are companies just gonna drop natural disaster things because of the climate change problem that is alleged? They say climate change is not even fucking real. I don't know. Cause I remember like in elementary school, we sat there and watched documentaries on Al Gore's internet. Like I think that's where we got that shit from, Al Gore's internet. I don't know, but they were talking about climate change and they were talking about like I remember we was watching Day After Tomorrow, and I told you guys that movie scared the fuck out of me, right? Like living in New York and then you're watching all these movies about catastrophe, what do you call it? Catastrophes. And then the fact that I lived through 9/11, that's crazy. Like if I think about it now, like I could see the smoke like a couple blocks down. Like I mean, you would have to take like a train, but I could see the smoke. And it's just crazy. Like I mean, you could walk. You didn't really have to take a train. But and then my grandma was there and she got covered in that the soot from the towers falling. She had jury duty. And when she came home, she was covered in that ash, that fallout. And a lot of people died. A lot of people got sick. I don't know if grandma ever got like compensated from that. I don't even know if a lot of people got compensated from that. And then it's just like the whole conspiracies was coming out, and I remember them asking us like how did 9/11 affect us in school. And it's weird because being they never really talked about it. I don't know if that's cuz like they were in the South, so they didn't really have to, it didn't really have to do anything with them, but I was afraid of planes for a long time. Living on like the 10th floor. I didn't live on the 20th floor like my best friend, but it was scary because I was just thinking like, what do you do? Like when a plane comes through your fucking apartment, like what do you do? So that's a crazy time to live through that. Um, mm. And I think that's why I don't get on planes now. I don't know why I felt like tearing up. Like I felt really emotional just now. It's just like, but anyways, grandma got sick, and I never really correlated it with 9/11, really. But she ended up dying from like esophageal cancer, stomach cancer, something like that. Something wrong with her esophagus. Remember, she would throw up a lot. And that's something that makes me nervous myself, because like I really hope it's not anything genetic. Like lately, as I get older, I wonder about genetic diseases and cancers and stuff. Like grandpa had kidney failure, grandma died from esophageal cancer. I don't like to drink water a lot, you guys. So I'm just like, fuck my kidneys. So I'm trying to stay on top of that. And then, my tongue peels a lot. So I'm like, oh God, I hope I don't have esophageal cancer. And then, like, I don't know, I'm kind of a hypochondriac. And I think I get that from grandpa. I'm not sure, but I really hope I make it, because when I talk about the lol situation, it's not too funny, because like a lot of people are on the spectrum, and then I think about like what happens to these kids that grow out of the system and whatnot. And like I really hope my brother will be okay if something will happen to me, but I can't take that chance, you know? Like you always could like plan ahead and stuff, but I'm trying to live as long as possible. So like if like preferably like I outlive him preferably. But like I really hope to God that like someone will be there for him, like I'm there for him, but I don't know. And it just makes me think about the little cows, because a lot of them are on the spectrum. So it's not really funny, but it's just like I'm not amusing, but it's just like, why aren't people or like the system stepping in for these people, you know? Or maybe did they refuse help? Like, I see a lot of them fighting back the system because they don't get a lot of freedom, just like people who are homeless. Um, they don't want to go in a shelter because they have to sacrifice their things, and they have to be around a lot of weirdos and shit. So I understand. And it's just like, as much as I talk about like how like right wing conservative I am, um like like I said, I'm starting to get pushed so much to the right that I'm turning into the left. Because, like, what if the right is the left? You know what I'm saying? Like, I give a fuck about American citizens, but not too much to the expense of others that I see, like, the left does. Like, taking tax money. And, I mean, like, that's just both sides. And I don't want to be a centrist, because that's starting to leave a bad taste in my mouth. Because if you don't pick a side, then what side are you fucking on? Are you on, like what are you? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like I just give a fuck, you know? Maybe I give a fuck a little bit too much. But I worry about this country a lot. Like, it's just weird. And, like, I don't know if I have, like, country envy or something like that. Like, I look at other countries like Germany and shit. I watch this YouTuber named Haley Alexis. I love her videos. Um, and it's just like, I'm pretty sure Germany has like the biggest economy in Europe. But I like her videos because it just feels like escapism, you know? Like, so there's something escapist about Europe. But if you really deep dive, they take their politics seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like other countries, like, they be overthrowing shit. Like, you know, if shit is wrong, it's wrong, and they're gonna do something about it. Like, if they can, if they're not getting fucking like fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't happen to us. Like, we don't really get fucked up like that. So why aren't we going in there and changing shit? But if I say shit like this, they be like, "Oh no, you're a January 6th or whatever the fuck," you know what I'm saying? But if you know, you know. Um, I just find it crazy how more and more I'm talking about politics and the news. Now, that's how I know I'm getting old. Another way I know I'm getting old is like I actually enjoy the commercial breaks on YouTube. Like, shit, there'll be like a commercial break, and I'm just like, okay, now I have time to go to the bathroom. Okay, now I can grab another snack. You know what I'm saying? Now I got time to check my phone. That's the shit I like. So I guess I'm getting old. Um, Speaking of kimchi, I didn't say anything about kimchi, but speaking about kimchi, um, hold up, let me pin this message. Alright, I saw kimchi in the sauerkraut section because, yeah, I'm that nasty ass bitch that likes sauerkraut on her burger, okay? I like mayonnaise and sauerkraut, okay? Um, Also, it would be nice to speak a different language, you know, learning a different language, immersion therapy. I think that's what's called, immersion, whatever. But, I saw in the sauerkraut section they had kimchi, and my friend in Ohio was telling me, you should try kimchi. And I swear I had, like, one time I had kimchi, I think. I don't really remember, but he said it's good. I like fermented stuff. I also have fermented mushrooms that I want to do a video on. And it's just like, now I feel like there's a purpose to do videos, you know? I don't know, like I had all this time to myself to make videos back to back, but it wasn't motivating. But now it's just like, okay, I have free time now. You know? Like, if you have free time all the time, is that really free time? You know? If a tree falls and you don't hear it, did it really fall? Yes. No. Probably not. Speaking about tree falling, that tree in my yard still looks like it's gonna fucking fall. Um, but I'm thinking about, like, what am I gonna do for my garden? You know, like, okay, well that's a different thing. But when we talking about kimchi, I want to try that. What else do I want to try? Uh, I don't know, you guys. And I also want to do a video speaking in a different language and see how that goes. So I got about 9 more minutes on this video, and you know I'm gonna lead it out with prayer. Sound corny, but whatever. Praise loud. And you know I haven't been back to church, you guys. I still haven't. I'm on my own journey. It's just like I be having, like, every time I lay down, like I just know I'm gonna have like a crazy vivid dream and whatnot. And I know that's like, you know, God telling me something through symbolism, which is very poetic. So I think dreams are, like, it's just symbolism, and you just have to figure it out. Like sometimes, like I have dreams where my teeth falls out, and I'm just like, I hate it. Like I can feel like, oh, I can feel like it feels like I'm eating like rock candy, but it's my teeth. But apparently, there's something to dreams like that. So I don't know. What else? Anyways, yeah, I think I'll try kimchi, but I don't know if I'll put it on my hot dog. I've seen people eat it out the jar. What else? I think I'm eating healthy, you guys. Like, I'm eating at least one vegetable or a side of salad a day. I think the most unhealthiest thing I'm doing right now, at this point in my life of being 28, is eating more fried spam. Now, they sell spam light. I've had spam bacon. I have spam jalapeno. I think it's spam jalapeno. Spam spicy. Spam is good. I hear in other countries, they have, I think they have spam turkey. That's what I want to do. Like for this year, um, what do you call it? Thanksgiving. I want to make like a spam turkey. Now, I don't know how exactly I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to put like maybe 2 loaves of spam and then put them together, like a little loaf, like 2 loaves together, and then smother it with gravy. We'll see how it goes. A spam Thanksgiving. I think that's what I'm going to call it. Don't copy me. And I might even have one where I put like a pineapple on top of the spam, like a ham that has pineapple, but I'd rather just have a honey ham. Like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes like when there's too much like honey on my ham, I'm just like, I want to go around it, but it's a nice touch, you know. But you know what I mean, like when shit is too sugary, you just feel that shit in your veins, and I don't like that anymore. Like, I guess I'm getting old. I'd rather have something simple like a pound cake and some whipped cream. But if you think about it, that's probably not any better. So, anyways, I don't know what else is there to talk about. I'm expanding my podcast taste. Joey Diaz says he doesn't want to do podcasting anymore. He said he told a story already, and he made a book, so he got it all off his chest. So, I mean, I feel him. He didn't want to do comedy anymore, really, either. He's just not feeling it anymore. And I just want to say, I understand you, Joey. I know you're not going to hear this, but Joey Diaz, I mean, I hope you do. I hope we meet one day. Because I do want to do stand-up comedy, I think. But it's just like, what the hell do I say? Like, people always told me I was funny, but like I want to say something. So like, how do you mix comedy with something that is like, aware, you know, like what the times we're in. Um, how do you make people laugh and think at the same time? I think I said something about that with Dave Chappelle. It's very important that you address social, societal issues and societal events. Keep people up to date, make people think about what's going on. Right now, we're living through our phones. Right now, I could talk about something I'm probably being listened to right now. I could talk about something, and then next thing I know, it's on my TV as an ad, but then yet, by me saying that I feel like I'm being spied on, you would call me a paranoid schizophrenic. And then it makes me think about being schizoaffective. That's one last thing I thought about, was like, okay, what is this really? I get into a mood, and if I get into this mood because of like my brain chemistry or something like that, my I start believing certain things that may or may not be true. But you know, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what's real and what's, oh, well, I don't know. You can't always be too sure, but am I saying that from an objectical point, or am I saying that as somebody with quote unquote mental illness? I don't know. But at this point, I don't believe I'm as bad off as people who you would say like have schizophrenia are. But I know that some moods trigger delusions in my head, and I think I can control it, but sometimes I just can't. But that's rare. That's if I'm really going through something. So I don't even know how to explain that. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. I don't even know if it's the right diagnosis or not. At this point, it's just like, it's not that I don't have sympathy, but it's that I have to tell my younger self. I could tell my younger self now, people don't give a fuck if you have mental problems, If you think about it, people really don't give a fuck. Like, that can't excuse you from being a piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? That can't excuse you from not being a productive member of society. And it's not like I'm saying that because I'm an asshole. And now that I think about it, that's what my therapist told me. She was like, you need to grow up. But, excuse my phone, y'all. But basically she was saying you need to grow up. And then, what the fuck? I found it offensive. But then if you think about it, I don't know. At the time I was just a teenager when I heard that shit, so. But that didn't stop people from giving me, like, psych drugs and shit. And maybe that's what triggered the tongue peeling, the eye burning and shit like that. Nobody really checked on me after giving me the meds, so. It is what it is. I'm going to wrap this up. We could talk about this a little bit more. Yeah. But anyways, I love you guys. And I'm just going to end this out with a quick prayer. Thank you, great creator, for giving me a platform. Well, YouTube studios. Well, God, thank you for making YouTube or, the internet, whatever. Or giving people the power in their brains to create these type of things to get my message across. Bless everybody who comes across my path. God bless everybody I haven't met yet. Bless my family, bless my friends, bless my pets, bless the outside animals that come across my yard wanting something to eat. Bless the homeless. Bless the homeless. Bless the dead. Bless them too. I know they say you can't really pray for the dead, but who's to say they don't hear us, So bless their journeys wherever they may be. Tomorrow's Grandpa's birthday, so I might go ahead and, well, it is a Sunday, so I don't want to bump into any church people, so I'm gonna go check out the grave. I might show you guys the family grave site. I might, but God bless you all, if you believe or not, but bless you anyways. Good times forward for you. And I wish you good health and love. Peace out. Love you guys. This is your favorite rabbit, Zayna Bunny, and I'll see